Hello and welcome back to another episode of How Can I Tell If I'm Losing My Mind? Today's episode consists of 26 components. 26. Where I have 10 wires being connected from pins 2 through pin 9, 8 LEDs, 8 resistors. And we are going to be working on my tiny Arduino and breadboard, which is going to be doable. It's just, I can already anticipate all of the issues I'm going to be having as far as where things need to be connected. So, the first thing, or I guess the last thing I'll do, is my normal red and black cables, because those are the easiest ones. So, the ones going from voltage to ground, so I'm going to set those aside. The next things that the first things we're going to do are all the resistors. They're all going from ground into the different ports in A, and they're skipping by 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. And so I'm going to do that because those are going to be the hardest. So we're going to start with all of the grounds on, I'm just going to assume on this side, and connecting them to, wait, what does ground mean? Ground mean negative, right? So I should have written them all as negatives and not ground. Why did well, it doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm going to be going from negative to 3 for all of them. Oop, I broke that one. Did I break it? No, it's fine. It's alive. Okay. So then going very carefully, sorry, it needs to be turned around. Actually, I'm not sure if it needs to be turned around. If somebody knows whether or not they really need to be turned around, that would be awesome. I'm not 100% sure. I just assume that they have to go a specific direction based on the name, orange, orange, brown. So actually, I should probably do a little bit of research to see if that's even true. Let's see. 9 is the next one. And if you want to skip through my meddling with the resistors, I'm not going to blame you. The resistors are one of the most, I feel, the most tedious part of the whole build, just because the wires are so flimsy. So I'm not going to blame you if you want to skip out on that fun and just fast forward through what I'm doing. But basically all I'm doing is connecting negative ports on the breadboard over every third spot on A, starting with 3. So I am at 3, 6, 9, 12. Now I'm on 15. Oh, that's 14. Get in the right hole. And I'm starting to realize, if I didn't say it in my last video, I don't know, maybe I did say it, that these nails, that my long nails, are not conducive to circuitry building. And that makes me sad because I love my nails, and I like when I go get my nails done. So I'm just kind of doing a life evaluation right now in regards to how helpful these things are. Maybe there are tools that actually help people do this better. I have no idea. If there are, I probably need to look into them. So far 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 2 more. This will go into a finish with 18, so I'll be in 21 now. And all right, last one. And that goes into 24. All right, so I have set up all of my resistors as best I could. There's no real pattern to them on my negative side, but you can see 3, 6, 9 all the way down. And then the next set of stuff that needs to happen are all of my LEDs. Now my LEDs are going to follow along the C line, starting with 2. My positive is always going to be on top. That's how it has to flow, so positive to negative. So I'm going to start with C2 to C3. Then I'm going to skip and do 5, 6, skip 8, 9, skip, oh, that one's a little wonky, alright, skip to 11, 12, skip 14, 15, skip 17, 18, skip 20, 21, and skip 23, 24. 23, 24. Alright, so there we go. Now we got to get all these wires set up correctly, and that's going to take a little bit of... Okay, so the first pin is going to be 2, starting down here on the digital side, with the top pin we're using all the way up here to 9. So let's go with 2, E2. Does this reach? It does not reach. Let's try another one. It's not going to reach. Let's try this one. 2, E2. Perfect. All right, the next one will be 3 to E5. Will this reach? Maybe not. I might have to get some more cables out of the bag. Nope, that needs to be in 2. All right, so 3 to E5. Okay, then let's do 4. Let's see, we're skipping, so it would be 5, 8. So to 8. And then we would do 5 to 8, 9, 10, 11. So basically all of the ones we were, that the LEDs start on is where. Alright, and then we're going to do 6 to 14. Okay, it's getting a little messy. Let's start out with 7. 7's going to go to 17. 17 right there. And then I should have 8 going to 20. And then my last one of 9 going to 1, 2, 23. And then of course my normal ones going from ground. So I would go from negative to ground. And then, oh, there it goes. Look, it already started. One of them's starting anyway. And then positive to voltage. Okay, so the very first one is working, so maybe I flip some of these around. Is this one flipped backwards? Positive? No. Okay, so that one's gonna go there. Alright, so what did I do wrong? So each of these wires should be skipping 2. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Alright, so those are all fine. Each of these resistors should be in thirds. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, and 24. So those are all in the right places. So how come this is the only LED that is working? Alright, maybe one of these wires is not, like this white wire is not working. So like I showed you in my last video, I test these now with a multimeter. Okay, so this wire works. Okay, so the wire that's supposed to connect from E20 to goes to port 8. Okay, so all of these are in. So what is causing my issue? How come only one of these? So from what I understand from Christmas lights, if one of these doesn't work, the rest of them don't. But since this one's working, it makes me think that there's something wrong with this one. So let's find another light to work with, just to eliminate that as a problem. Okay, sorry it's crinkly. All right, so we have positive to negative. So when I put this in here, it should be moving this direction, and therefore going like that. Okay, so it's still not working. I've changed out my LED. I've checked the wire that's here. Maybe it's this one that's not working. Oh no, that one has to be working because it just, yep, that one's definitely working. Okay, so there is something else here not making a connection, because if this circuit, this wire is working, this one I just checked is working. Maybe it's this yellow one, but it's too far down the circuit for me to think that it's going to have any effect right now. So I have a feeling that it's not this one, but I guess better to be safe than sorry. Okay, no, that one works. The beeping came on. So let's see. Maybe my coding is messed up actually, and I kind of messed something up coding wise, which could possibly be it. Is it just because I started down here? Does it need to be up here? I don't know why that would work, but nope, that doesn't matter. So it's still starting the circuit down here for some reason. It's still only continuing up. Well, if you guys have any ideas, I'm going to mess with this for a little while longer. I just don't think you guys want to watch me talk to myself for the next 10 minutes or however long it's going to take. From what I can tell, none of the wires are faulty at this point. Well, at least none of the surrounding wires are faulty at this point. This immediate LED is working, or it was just replaced. So let's see if it works. I'm going to just replace it really quick with this one. Okay, so this LED is definitely working. So that one works. I'll move it back up into the correct place. Let's check this LED. That one works too. Alright, so right now the surrounding LEDs are also functioning. I'm going to check the resistors. And let's see, so that one is making the connection in 24. This one is making the connection in 21. This one is making the connection at 18. This is making the connection at 15. I have no idea why this is not consistently flowing. Let me see what's up with my code. Maybe I have something that I wrote, or I erased something by accident. So I'm making them, I want to make them dance. So in my coding, make 8 LEDs dance. So I have 8 LEDs, 8 330 ohm resistors, and for each LED I connected the negative side to, oh, maybe I need to check that. Did I mess that up? No. All of them are facing the correct way. So they're all, no, those are all facing the correct way. Alright, so the other side, okay, so connect the positive side to the digital pins 2 through 9. I already did all that. Alright, so done. All that's done. Alright, so this written by SparkFun. Thank you, SparkFun. Alright. So maybe something's broken in my code. I wouldn't think so because I downloaded this from the example, so I just have to edit it and look at it. So which one is working right now? So this one is working, and this one is going, I'm following it to 9. So 9 is the only one working right now for some reason. None of the others work. All right, so starting at that point, knowing that, that's where I'm going to work off of. So I'll be back hopefully with some answers in a little bit.